Take 254. Here we are again. So you never know, this one might work, it might do. So there's been an awful lot of interference tonight. Don't know why, but you know, we can only try, and we can just keep smiling and letting the whole thing just happen or not happen. So that's it. So global predictions. This is for the 8th of April the 8th, 2025. But obviously in the UK it is the 9th. So it's 2 a.m. here. And I usually do another show with Greg at 3 a.m. So yeah, we're running a little bit off center here. We've only got myself, okay, here because our lovely Greg is going through a very stressful time at the moment in his personal life. Nothing to do with us, but it's just there's lots going on there. And can I please ask for some loving energy to Greg, please? So he'll get through this. Obviously, we all have stresses, don't we? And sometimes we have to take some personal time, and we have to, you know, honor that. And so that's what he's doing. He's had to step in already and help out in the last broadcast there. But yeah, so hopefully everything's going to be well now. Now, if for whatever reason it looks as if I'm here, looks as if I'm seeing everybody and see the chat and things like that, I might not be able to, and I might freeze up. And that is because there is a fault at the moment on, it's like it's a glitch that I believe is happening on MSN. So if my cursor hovers over a certain part of the computer, an automatic advert comes up and it blocks out everything, and it stays there. While it's there, everything freezes, and I can't see anything, and I might freeze as well. So I'm just saying, if that is the case, then I will have to leave the broadcast. Okay, so yeah, so anyway, we're going to hope that it's also send some good vibes this way, so everything is going okay. So who's in the chat with us? If there is any global prediction questions, please can you put them in capitals? And if you have already put the questions in the previous chat, I didn't see them, so this is completely fresh, so put them in here, please. I'm sorry if you've got to write them out again. Here's lovely birthday girl from yesterday, so happy birthday for yesterday, Vera. I'm sorry we didn't get to wish you happy birthday in the group when you came in. So let's have a look. So we've got Star Feather. I'm glad you're back. Yes, so am I. And then obviously Vera there. Saying good morning. So hello, Syrian. So much love and energy to Greg. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Nice to see you back. Thank you, Claudette. Nice to see yours were able to get the show figured out. Prayers indeed for Greg. I have wondered if he was in major fog that went through the States. It could be. It could well be. It may be ascension symptoms. It may be the black mold that's in his place. You just don't know. There's all sorts going on there. Many of us have experienced his same symptoms. I have a clean bill of health, sending him lots of love. Yeah, definitely. We could all do with that, can't we? Somali has an appointment on April the 15th at 10 a.m. for his Nutrien. Positive vibes welcome. I will send some of those positive vibes, and I will put him and you on the healing list as well. I've got a few names that I've still got to update onto that. We have our first questions. What are the structures under the pyramids? That is interesting. Now, David Wilcock has gone into it in a big way. In fact, he predicted, you know, he goes through his audio tapes that he did back in the 1990s and upwards. He did all these recordings when he was in trance, and he's now talking them through now, and everything really that is going on here is all step by step, you know, what's happening. So if you're not following David Wilcock on a Sunday, I feel that you might be missing out on some really good information. So yeah, it's very, very interesting. But yeah, he's his version of it is that these structures are energy cores, and you know, they are to power up you know, something below. So yeah, it's a I need to follow it in more detail, but I'll look into the cards as well and see what they want to say. Okay. You'll be fine, I believe. Thank you, Syrian. Thank you for that positivity. Thank you. Happy day of birth, Raven. So there you go. We love that. Sending lots of supportive energy to Greg. Yeah, he is loved. Love your necklace. I made this. If anybody would like this, I can make one for you as well. So yeah, I put this together, and it's so simple to get on and off because it's a magnet. So I'm making all my necklaces in a magnet. So isn't that just easier to pop on and off rather than those blooming clasps? So I made my earrings as well. So I'm enjoying doing my jewelry making again. I love it. Thank you for noticing, Lily. Thank you. Valerie, is this just streaming on YouTube or somewhere else as well? It is on about 7 or 8 different platforms, Valerie. So 2 YouTube, about 3 or 4 different Facebooks, or 3 Facebooks. There is Twitter, Rumble, Twitch, and something else. Yeah. So it's on a lot of them. Steve's back. Imagine the structures under the pyramid were just underground car parks. How disappointed would that be? Yeah, right. That would be, but I don't think so. Not with those columns of energy, but I think that would be funny. So any positive vibes, Raven? Yeah, for Marley, definitely. Hello, Shannon. Hey. There you are. There we are. We are back. Well, me. So yeah, you just got me right now. So there's Sarah. So hello there, Bren. Good to see you. Are you new here? If you are new, please make it known, because we love new people as well as our existing family. We love that. Yeah. So hello, Mary. Lovely Mary. Can't wait to see you soon. We're going to be seeing you soon. Loving that. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Sweet Elmondall is an absolute blast to kill mold and not too expensive. Okay, I will let him know. He might be in the chat now already. There you are. Yeah, here I am. Here's Jeff. Jeff and Josie, and is it what's her name? Janet. I think Janet. Is that right? Have I got that right? So Jeff and Janet, hope you're feeling well today. We are here and well. It's a beautiful day in California, and I love my necklace that you made me. Thank you. It's my pleasure. My pleasure. I love doing jewelry making. My inner child gets really excited when I've got all my trays of jewelry making, and I spent a couple of days doing that. Over when I stayed at my mum's. It was we had Hallie sleepover, which is my granddaughter, and so we made this terrarium thing with dinosaurs and clay. So me and Hallie, she has to do everything like with her hands. So we did sand, and we made this. So there's lots of that. So yeah, yes, because she's got no sight, so we make things together. So yeah, she made that for her mama. So it's Janet. Okay, Janet. Did I say that right? Janet. Okay, so there's a few things that I want to talk about, and then we'll go into some questions. Okay, so there has been some good news. Okay, a lot of good news actually. And I'm watching at the moment. I quite like him. His name's Joel. I think it's Monroe. It's Joel. Anyway, Joel, and it is True Life News, TLN. Okay. Now this guy, he gives back. So any super chats that come in, he gives it back to a charity. So he does it live and he shows everybody he's giving it to charity. And you know, he's just a really good guy. He does shout when he talks, which is a bit annoying. But anyway, everything that he's talking about, he backs it up with straight from the horse's mouth. So things that Trump says, you know, it's their Supreme Court stuff, it's their backed up. And also he also brings in, I think, the War Room, is it, with Steve? Oh my goodness, I've lost his name. Bannon, is it Bannon? Steve Bannon? Anyway, the guy that went to prison and then he's out. So anyway, he speaks a lot of truth as well. So anyway, there's a lot of that going on. So there's been 2 days running. Supreme Court has sided with Trump a couple of times, so which is good. So another win in the Supreme Court today as Trump's decision to axe tens of thousands of probationary federal employees. Okay, so he's trying to reduce the federal people, the staff, and so he's basically stopping them, the probationary ones coming in, which is sensible, isn't it? Reducing the workforce, that's what he's trying to do. And a lot of these were DEIs as well, listings as well, which doesn't help either. He's also, the activist judges were trying to force Trump to rehire them, and the Supreme Court stood with Trump. Okay, so that's a lovely win. It's really good, like that. The DHS revokes legal status for migrants who entered the USA on the Biden CBP1 application. So it was like an app that the migrants could go on, and it orders them all to, he's ordered them all to leave the country, okay, who came on that app. Okay, so these people, you know, they basically signed up in this app, they downloaded it on their phone, they scheduled an appearance, they then walked to the gates, went straight to the front, walked to the gates, and they didn't need to submit any ID, they didn't need a photo ID, and there was no verifying information at all. They couldn't even check anything. So these 900,000 people have just had notifications that they have to turn around and go home. Okay, so they come in the right way. So yeah, there's a few things there that are good news, aren't they? So I like that. Good news about the tariffs. Now, a lot of people are moaning about the tariffs, but my goodness. So if you look closely, the tariffs, you've got, they have been putting tariffs on America, and all he's doing is reciprocal. So he was basically putting it back. Okay, it's like for like. Okay, what's wrong with that? Anybody, what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. So we are hoping here in the UK that we get a prime minister who's got a bit of backbone as well. That's what we want. But anyway, so what he's done is he's put these tariffs on, but he put it on the 2nd of April, but he didn't, there's no money, okay, for a couple of days. It gave all of these top officials, prime ministers, presidents, all around, to actually then contact Trump and to put a trade deal in place. Okay, so it was just a nudge to say, we've had enough of you either not taking our products and taking everybody else's around the world, and not playing fair. Okay, so that's what it is. That's what my understanding is of these tariffs. And over 70 countries have all contacted Trump to arrange their trade deals. Isn't that amazing? So yeah, so that's what's going on. And so yeah, it might be uncomfortable for a bit, but you know, that's what they're talking about. So I just wanted to talk about these things. So yeah, I'm looking into everything. And Bannon, thank you, Steve. Yes, Steve Bannon. Okay, yes. Where do we? Oh, so we've got another question here. Good. Okay, I'll come back to these questions in a moment. Do you feel China will invade Taiwan and war would start in this region? I will definitely look into that. Okay. So everyone's saying hi to everybody. What's his name again? Yeah. So my love, there's my darling there. He feels better, I think, being in the chat, and so there's no pressure on the camera, but he's in the chat, so he still feels the love. There you go, True Life News, TLN. So does anybody else watch this guy? I don't like his shouts when he talks. I think it's just the way he is. It's not actually that he is shouting about anything, but yeah. So all the name of the show, sorry. Oh no, it's a good show. Thank you. True Life News. There you go. True Life News. So hello, Vishnu. Hello. Namaste. Please tell predictions about India. Okay. So yeah, I will come back and have a little look at that for you. JD Vance is going to visit India. Okay. So far, I think 90 countries have now, there you go, so even more, 90 countries. So all he's asking is fairness for America. He is putting America first. Isn't that what a prime minister or president is supposed to do? These people who are protesting, half of them are paid, Soros paid. They are paid and they are flown in and they are bussed in, a bit like Kamala rallies. They were all paid people. It's like, what do you like? So what do you like about Kamala? What things do you like? Don't know. Just like her. It's just not Trump. Yeah, really. So the brain cells fell out their ears. I think something happened. But it's the same thing at these other rallies as well. Same thing there. So what is it you don't like about what Trump's doing and what Elon's doing? What is it? Well, they're just they're going to take from Medicare. No, they're not. He said time and time again, he's not going to do that. Everything to do with the structure, to do with that he's for and pro giving back to the people, so he's not taking anything like that. So anyway, he's just getting rid of excess corruption and fraud, and he's finding it out in real time. So it's very transparent, I think. So but anyway, I was listening to someone talking about the migrants in the EU that have taken over many countries. I was wondering if they would get thrown out or leave, or if they stay and the EU dies as we know it. Good question, Martel. Maybe. Okay, so I've caught up with the chat. So that's lovely. So let me go back to the first question and start looking into it. Okay, so where can I put these books? There's nowhere to put them. I'll put them down there. Okay, let's go back. Thank you for coming to find us again. I do appreciate that. I know it's been a bit of a nightmare bouncing around, but was determined to get back to you. There we go. There's the first question. Okay, so let me have a little look. Okay, so what are the structures under the pyramids? Okay, so I'll tell you just a very little story about a trance experience that I had, my first trance experience that I had. My whole body went into kind of I was just shaking, vibrating. I'm not saying this was good. It was just the first time someone else was running the circle and was supposed to be the anchor of the circle. I was a newbie completely. So this was a no. Basically, I wasn't. I was being told to go for it. But anyway, so I was going into shaking, and I said, right, I'm going through shafts and tunnels. I'm going through that, and I'm seeing a lot of glitter okay, in front of me, and I said, I'm standing in the middle of some room, and it's like sandstone all around, and I'm seeing all this gold everywhere, gold goblets and jewelry, and it's piled high everywhere. And I can now see a throne. Oh my goodness, it's my throne. So I'm going to go and sit on the throne. And then a booming voice comes in from the person who's supposed to be running the group and said, that is my throne. Get off my throne, like that, in a man's voice coming out. And I then said, in this kind of like, it's like I felt as if I grew 10 feet tall. And I just said, you are not welcome here. Be gone with you. I don't talk like that. But anyway, it sent us both out. Oh no. And then that person backed off. And then I said, there's a shaft of light coming down into the center of this pyramid. And I knew it was a pyramid at that time. The top came off it and all this light came down. And I said, we have contact from the sky people. We have contact from the sky people. And so that's what happened, basically. And I didn't see anymore. I came out of it. It freaked me out a bit, but it was brilliant. So that was my experience. So I didn't even know there were like shaft holes into the pyramids. I didn't know that. I thought they were just on the outside. You just see this kind of all these, you know, it's just brick, you know, that's it. So let's have a look. So yeah, highly recommend listening to David Wilcock. Okay, so the Offworlders have wanted this to be known for a long time. What I'm picking up is there are people obviously that connect with the Offworlders. There are governments and you know, the top world leaders. They all know about this. You're given this kind of handbook, or you're given the information as you come into power about the Offworlder energy, and how much is known and how much is not known. So when they are saying that they haven't seen anything or don't know, they're not telling you the whole truth. They do know these things. And so these Offworlders are now showing themselves with their ships. The drones. Some of them were just normal drones. Some of them were not. Okay, you can see when you were looking through the camera that you could see these kind of plasmic kind of shapes that were coming off some of these things that were traveling around. So they are sick and tired of the governments not announcing them and not telling them. They should have been announced to the people by now. That was a deal that was made. This is what they're saying to me. It was a deal that was made by the Offworlders to the people, and they kept pushing back and saying, "Oh no, not yet. It's too stressful for the people. They won't be able to handle it. They won't be able to do this. They won't be able to." So all of these things were coming up, and yeah, it just wasn't going right. So now, with the structures in the pyramids, they have given certain technology over for humans to find what's underneath the pyramids. So it's like they've given that over, and it's like, so now nobody now thinks that it was a primitive man that made the pyramids. Okay, everybody. So the disclosure is ready now for the Offworlders to come and to announce themselves and to say, yes, we were the ones that created these structures, and they are transporting machinery. So it's an energy center that I feel as if it's like a portal. These were portals, and they were able to do amazing things. And I feel as if there's also, that's what I'm saying, there's also links with healing and things like that as well. So so what's underneath, there's these columns, isn't there? And then there's these they're boxes underneath, and what they're showing me is that if they're not careful, if they're not careful when they go into these boxes at the base of these columns, there may be some mishaps there, even loss of life. I don't know if they'll make that announcement or anything, but if they're not careful, because this is immense power that has been harnessed and it has been suppressed because of everything being buried and not used, basically, obviously. So anyway, yeah, very complex, I know, but thank you for the question. That was interesting, very much. All right, so next question is, so this is why we need them in capitals, because when we scroll down we like to, there we go. Okay, so this is the next question from Bren. Do you feel China will invade Taiwan and war will start in this region? As soon as you ask this question, my guides already told me Trump is a person who will not put up with any wars on this planet. There won't be any wars, especially not starting. So he will be over that and sorting it out very quickly. China hasn't come to heel, so to speak, yet with the tariffs. In fact, there's a bit of a tariff war going on with Trump at the moment. So all on top of their ridiculous tariffs that they've got for America, everything here you can see made in China, made in China, made in China. Over there's nothing really made in the USA much. Okay, and that's because of their tariffs. With he put a same reciprocal tariff thing on, and they upped their tariff to another 34% above their tariff. And so Trump said, unless you reduce that back to what it was, within 24 hours, I'm going to put 104% tariff on top of that. I don't know where the 104 comes from, but anyway, that was. So they're in a bit of a war there. So China hasn't yet come up and made the trade deals yet with the USA. So China is at the moment a bit of a rogue country and is not playing fair with America. But you can guarantee that Trump is going to be bringing all that in, and he's going to do it in a way that they don't feel as if they've been manipulated, even though they may have been. So everything is fine. So I don't see that this is going to happen. I will look at the cards as well, but this is what my guides are saying. First of all, let's have a look what they're saying. Okay, so peacekeeper, there you go, peacekeeper. Negotiating. I've deliberately written on these cards. I've been reading cards for 30 years. I don't need the writing on the cards, but these particular cards are, Tarot by Janine. So I was studying what she was saying and I was writing it on here, and that's what that is. It's peacekeeper negotiating. So doesn't that just say exactly what I just said? So there you go. I hope that helps, Bren, and thank you for the question. So everybody's so I'll come back to that one. I just want to make sure that people in the chat, I heard, unsure if it's true, but 700% tariffs on rice. It wouldn't surprise me. That they are ridiculous tariffs that have been going on and been really stitching up America for sure. So yeah, wouldn't surprise me at all. Yeah, that needs to happen first. It's amazing since Russell Brand has moved towards Christianity that he is suddenly being attacked by the globalists, and people are attacking him for what he happened 30 plus years ago. Yeah, he's a big threat to them. Russell Brand, I think he's got all the information because it's coming close to, because he was with Katy Perry. And I don't know who was the handler. I think Katy Perry was the handler. She is now, I don't know what she is, but I did funny things on stage once. It kept dropping down and then she was pressing here for it to go back up again, and then it kept dropping again. Yeah, there's a very strange video out there. Type that into YouTube and see what comes up. Katy Perry eye on stage or something. You'll see what I mean. So anyway, while he was with Katy Perry, he was kind of a rogue guy back then. He's admitted himself he was an arsehole, and he was an arsehole. And he's pulled his life around. So, you know, I like to judge people on what they're doing now, you know, not what they did back then, especially if they've admitted that they was an arse. So anyway, he now has a lot of information, and I bet you he said, I'm going to write a book, or I'm going to do this, and there's a lot of exposure just about to happen, and that is why they've come after him again. So anyway, I just wanted to add that in there. Just my opinions. It's up to you guys what you guys think. Okay, so please tell predictions about India. Okay, let's see, what do you want to say about India? The cards flicking out all over the place. So all right, so okay, so there is a lot of doubts in India. Okay, there's something to do with trying to push out, they're trying to push out the deep state, but they're also some of the top politicians are being pushed out. There's going to be a lot of you know, CEOs leaving, or there's going to be some suicides, I believe. So these are going to be there's going to be a lot of change coming up in, I would say, the next 6 months, even 3 months. You're going to see a lot of these people standing down, and some good people stepping in and taking the reins, okay, and going for it. So there is a financial issue. And I feel that there's some sort of change that's happening with BRICS. I feel that for some reason BRICS is going backwards, or people are leaving or something. There may be that kind of energy going on. You know, BRICS, something, BRICS, isn't it? So there's something going on with that, and I know that India is part of, it's the I in the BRICS, isn't it? So there's something going on there, but I do feel that there are some major changes going on regarding that. But I do feel that they are going to be coming up, and going to be quite a big influencer in the world. And I can see there being a lot of humanitarian aid projects going on in India as well. I feel that they want to be in the USA's good books, and so Trump says that unless there is free speech, unless they are seen to be looking after their people, then there's deals that can be made. But he won't make good deals with anybody who is a tyrant and who is not looking after the people, which is why he's putting these tariffs on the UK, even though the UK, I think, are shocked at that. But we are losing our free speech in a big way, and Trump and Elon have been very vocal about that. But the same in India. So watch some pressure being put on the leaders of India by the Trump regime. There's a lot going to be happening, and turnarounds for the good is happening. But lots of humanitarian going on for the poverty there. So there you go. That's what they said. Okay, so this one, let's have a quick drink. And so I'm just going to go straight here. I'm not going to have a break because of the hassle it would. Usually I would have, Greg and I would have stopped this at past the hour, and then we would have a half an hour break, and then we'd go on to the next show. I think he's done. I'll basically just hop on over to the next scheduled show straight away. Maybe 5 minutes I'll give myself. I was listening to someone talking about the migrants in the EU. I was wondering if you would get thrown out or leave. dies as we know it. Okay, let's see what they want to tell Hugh Martel about that. One card just flew out. New plan. There is a new plan in place for these migrants linked to the EU. Okay, it's absolutely fair. They've said absolutely fair, with no there's no need to panic. Everything is put into place. Everything is in order. That's what they've said. It's like people are going to be able to stay in certain circumstances, because I really feel as if there are going to be some exceptions, and trust in the plan. Look at that. Trust in that plan. Okay, there is a new plan linked to that. Okay, so it's a branch off to the new plan. So literally it's like the enemy is blocked. Okay, the enemy is blocked, the new plan is in place. Okay, so but it is linked to the big plan, the bigger one. So yeah, I'm sorry I can't give more than that, but yeah. Gretchen, hi Gretchen, how are you doing, Gretchen? So will vaccine mandates for California go away soon? Oh, that's a good one. Well, my guys have straight away said hell yes. It's all coming in. There is going to be some very big news coming in. My guys are saying that it's very big news coming in, and this is to do with the MMR, the not the MMR, mRNA. Okay, that is in these vaccines. I have to be careful what I say. I'll be very careful. Okay, so what this is for entertainment purposes only. So they're basically indicating that Trump put in a lot of money. I can't remember how much money, but he put in a lot of money for studies into the mRNA for possible projects later. Okay, now everybody was up in arms about it. I know that there was somebody in the chat one time that was saying, oh, he's a bad guy because he's doing this. Okay, so remember that Trump plays 3D chess, 5D chess, 6D chess. That's what he does. Okay, so he's got multiple things working around. And when I asked my guys, well, what is that about then? They said that he is looking into it as, I'm just looking into it to see if we can use it. So the pharmaceutical companies don't know that what he's actually doing is looking at it and seeing that it's a really bad idea to use it, because this happens and this happens and this happens. There's a mortician. His name is, goodness, Looney, Paul O'Looney. Okay, and he is in Milton Keynes. He's got his own funeral place, and that actually he's the only one really that is shouting about what they are finding in bodies, people that have deceased, and he's shouting from the rooftops that a lot of the people that he's seeing, that have passed away, when they put in the embalming fluid, sometimes it won't go through. So they then have to do it manually. And so what they have to do is then put a tube through the veins to flush out the blood, basically, and put the embalming fluid in. That's what they do to clean out the body. I don't know exactly, but he said that what they were doing, they had to pull out this string-like thing, and he's never seen it before. Okay, this is all new since the vaccines. So he pulled out this big long string, and it was a blood CLOTS, and it was the length of this guy's leg, and it fills up the main arteries in the bodies. And this is from the VXs, from those. And so he's looked into that, and he started inquiring and saying, you know, phoning up all the countries and saying, oh, the companies, people above him, and saying, what is this? You know, I'll send you samples and things like that. This, I've never seen this before. What is going on? And they shut him down, said, no, that sort of thing happens after death. You know, it's nothing to see. He said, I've never seen it before. And so they have tried to do away with him. They have tried that, but he is still speaking out in a very big way. So if you want to find out about that, there's an amazing interview with Dr. John Campbell, who basically just reels out proof from government websites. So he's amazing. So yeah, Dr. John Campbell, and he interviews Paul O'Looney from Funeral Director. Okay, so if you put that into YouTube search, you will find out all the information about this. He's speaking out about it, and he speaks so clearly. He is a leader, if ever I've seen one. Amazing. So yes, the answer to that is, as soon as they find out this is a process, as soon as they find out exactly what that does, and it's been put into these VAXs, then all of that will go. Okay, so he started stopping children needing the VAXs to go into education. He stopped that with a bill. The next bill will be that whole thing. Okay, so yes, long-winded, I know, I'm sorry, but yeah, so it's 10 to the hour, but anyway, let's have a look and see. There's another question here. How is the process of the RV coming any closer? Dinar Dong. I don't know about the dinar. Well, I do. Dinar was a currency that Libya was going to be putting into place. The guy that they called a tyrant was not actually a tyrant. In that sense, I know that he had to be quite strict with his people, but they loved him. He gave away new cars, a brand new car for anybody getting married, a plot of land, seeds, and like a dowry. He gave 0% loans to people. He was very good to his people. If he drove through the towns, he didn't need bulletproof glass to hide behind. His people loved him, so he was just made out to be a tyrant. Bit what they've done with Trump. It's like, he's a tyrant, he's a tyrant, he's a tyrant. No, he's not, and it's just the media. So anyway, this is what the dinar was, what he wanted to introduce back then, and that's why he was then gone away with. Okay, that's what happened there. So that's all I know about the dinar. Okay, the dinar and the I don't know about that, but I'll look into the RV. Okay, so let's have a look. I know that the RV is, they've just said, is linked to Trump's plan with Elon and Doge. Okay, it's like that's got to be done first, then this, and then that. So it's like all these stages are put into place. So the temperance, there you go again, trust in the plan. Okay, trust in the plan. Enemy blocked. Okay, and independent money, there you go, independent money. So you know, it's very, very soon. You know, it's happened all in, like, can you believe that it's only been, he's only been in office, you know, January. So January, February, March, April, he's only been in that amount of time, and look what's happened so far. And so yes, this is in big time speed, but he is actually trying to save the dollar. But I said to my mum the other day, wonder if he's trying to be seen to save the dollar and save the US from going bankrupt, only so it's understandable that if it then does go bankrupt, Trump has been seen to do everything in his power to do that. but then he then comes up with this big wonderful plan about not Jassara Nassara, but something like that, to say we're going to give back to the people. Here it is. So that to me would sound more logical on that kind of train of thought. So, and that seems right to me. So yeah, what do you guys think? Let us know what you guys think. So apparently Brandon is a clone. Yeah. Hello, Linda. So that is my Facebook page. If anybody wants to know, that is it. Yeah. So I like Russell Brand. So do I. I don't like that he has to use such big words to try and belittle people. I don't like that so much. But you know, I don't think he's a hateful, nasty person at all. I think he was a complete and utter sex maniac in the past. So yeah, there's plenty of people I think who've got some dirt on him, and they're just dragging them all out, a bit like they did with Trump. You know, some of it's made up, some of it's not. So yeah. Oh, look at that. There's my lovely friend Julia. Oh, I miss you, Julia. How are you? You a lady. Oh, so good to see you, darling. Good to see you. They say 70 countries joined BRICS. Oh, so there's something happening with BRICS. There's something happening with it, and it is linked to the plan. It's linked to the plan, and I just feel there is it could even be blending. I don't know, but there's something happening. I didn't feel bad about it, but there's just something happening. There you go. That's the countries, the main countries there. So Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Yeah, BRICS. Yes, thank you. I'm headed to Sarasota for 3 days, taking a cram prep for my rebroker license. Would love to meet your hubby. Oh, he'll be on the beach, I'm sure. Any nice day in Sarasota, he'll be on that beach. So yeah, I'd love you to meet him. He's such a wonderful guy. I love him. I do. I really, really love him. I don't know if anybody knows about that, but I do. I get all mushy. So yeah, Julia. So yeah, he plays bocce ball any nice day there. So yeah, reach out to him, Julia. Reach out. So will Pierre P become Canada's PM? Pierre P. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to leave very soon, guys. I may be a little bit late with the next one, but I'll do my best. So will Pierre P become Canada's PM? Yeah. Is it info leads to big discovery? There's a good, yes, success. Good news, success. Things have to get a bit worse. It's like it has to hit a peak of the people saying enough, and then this will shift into place. So yeah, that's what I get. Don't forget it's all a movie. Don't forget it's all a movie though. Remember, some of this has already been planned out, especially in the 4 years. 4 years has been a rehearsal for the movie that's happening and evolving right now. It's like, well, that at that particular time, then that person's going to come in, and then that person's going to leave, and then this person's going to do this, and then that's going to happen while that happens, and then everything will come together, and then this will happen. And I truly believe that a lot of what's happening is like that. There are some curveballs being shot in there as well, though. Yeah. So you look gorgeous. Isn't makeup a wonderful thing, Julia? I love makeup, I do. But thank you, lovely lady. You always look gorgeous. Oh, you're back. I'm like, I'm sorry, dreaming. I'm sorry. I'll need 5 minutes to set up the next show. Okay, my darling. Okay. So put it in capitals so she sees it. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Akasha. Thank you for that. Did I miss one? Did I miss a question? Did I go past it? I'm sorry if I did. So it's Gretchen. Hello. Dr. John Campbell. Amazing. His facts are very clear. You can't dispute them. Everything he says, you can't dispute it. He's sometimes reading straight from the government, straight from that. That's it, Gaddafi. When I did some research on him, and I was saying this 10 years ago, something like that, I can't remember, a long time ago, I got a lot of backlash from people saying, he's a tyrant, how can you speak like that about that man? And it's like, I'm only looking at what's been said, you know. But anyway, love you. I love everybody here. I do. So free education, free healthcare, plus a share in the all shares. Okay, there's also a funeral director in Manitoba, Canada, who also spoke of these long string things, clots, that have been explaining as to why the embalming fluid can't get through. And of course, that is then creating the blood pressure issues. It's then creating the heart attacks. Imagine these young people, the blood is pumping harder. And so, and all these string things are, you know, getting thicker and thicker until they cause a real problem. And it's also creating, you know, immune disorders and things like that as well. So, you know, I really feel for people who had to have this jab. I am sorry about anybody who's had to go through that. So put the question capitals. All right. Oh, I did answer it. Russell was a dark one, but is now replaced with a clone. It could well be. That absolutely could be the case. That wouldn't surprise me either, because Katy Perry is definitely a clone or something, whatever it is, because her eye just kept dropping down. It's very odd. Very, very odd. I hope you do love him. He's your husband teasing you. Yes, Valerie. Oh, so they are still gonna ship with us in Canada. It's in England as well. I'm so sorry that this is all happening. Yeah, magnesium lowers blood pressure, guys. So anyway, I'm going to go for now, okay, and I will come back. Can you please give me just 5 minutes though, just to do what I need to do, and then I will be back on again. Okay, the only place it won't be on, okay, is YouTube. So if you want to go to Greg's Facebook pages or my Facebook pages, you know, you can link in from there, or you can go to Rumble, any of those places. Okay, lots of love, and I will see you soon. Okay, yeah, please join on Rumble. Okay, bye for now. Thank you for joining us.